Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Full-Time Sports Network. Welcome to THFC Till I Die. I am Coleman. I am joined today by the one and only, the living legend, the never say die man, Dermo. How are you doing, buddy?
Better than Ten Hag is today, I'm telling you. If he had any hair left on his body, he would have pulled it out after last night's result. But I'm fine. Thanks for having me on, Colin. Looking forward to this. We were where you are now last season with Conte, so we do understand. But I'm looking forward to it, talking about it, getting it out there, and getting your frustrations out because you need a bit of therapy. I think. Colin.
Yeah,
a little bit of therapy.
I definitely do. This is definitely going to be a therapy session for me. I'm not holding back today. I think I've held back long enough, so it's time to actually go and release my anger. We have obviously got some talking points here as well. So as you can see, United lose in extra time. Obviously, we're talking about the Chelsea game. Chelsea 4, Manchester United 3. United did really well to come back from 2-0 down to 3-2 and then absolutely capitulated in the 8 minutes of extra time, which I don't know where that came from, but we'll go on to talk about that at the minute. You've just said to me, obviously, you've watched the highlights, Dermo. So without going into too much detail, how did you actually find it yesterday?
Look, it was... From a neutral side, it was the best game of the Premier League this season by far. I think if you're a neutral, that is what the Premier League is all about. 90, 100 minutes of pure excitement, end-to-end football, defenders not defending, strikers taking their chances. And for that, but for a Man United fan, it must have been hell to go 3-2 up and to lose 4-3. If I was a United fan, I think I would have chopped my mug, my boot, and kicked a cat. I think that's even before I went to bed at the telly last night. It was for me, the two penalties weren't penalties. So how the hell did they give that? The second one was definitely not a penalty. That still just beggars belief. But look, for a neutral, what a game. What an absolute game to watch for a neutral. But for you, Colin, it must have been a nightmare.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was more like a basketball match than a football match. Both teams were so wide open. I'm still struggling to comprehend what happened yesterday now. And, we're nearly 24 hours on. It's absolutely ludicrous how, things happen. And let's I'm not going to put the blame on the officials, even though the calls were terrible. I think that's a very, very good starting point. You've brought it up. The first penalty, okay, you can kind of see why it's given.
Yeah.
The second penalty, Dallo is falling. There's barely any contact, if anything. He probably brushes his arm as he falls down. How it's taken VAR so long? The VAR check felt like it took forever.
Yeah.
And then decided, oh, well, let's just give the penalty anyway.
It is bizarre because you would have thought, looking at it, that's not a penalty. Go and look at the monitor again, ref. If they're not sure, go and look at the monitor. But it was like VAR got into our heads, oh, we've got to give it to Chelsea. We've got to give it to Chelsea. It was a ridiculous decision. I thought the referee last night was appalling. And that's not just last night, Colin. That's for the whole season. VAR and the referees have been really bad. And this is another nail, I think, in the VAR coffin of why it should be getting rid of. Why we should start next season like the old days. I even, look, very quickly, I'm going to push this into you a little bit as well, Colin, but back as a question, but how would the referee last night explain that to the fans? Do you know, you got Man United fans down the bottom end of Stamford Bridge going absolutely bonkers because they don't think it's a penalty. This speaking to the crowd why they've given the penalty or a free kick or a sending off, I don't think it's going to work. It's going to cause more hassle than it is explain anything. I don't see how it's going to work, in my opinion. But last night, Colin, that decision, he fell over. And then even the first penalty, I thought Cucurella dived, to be fair. He got the ball. I thought Anthony got the ball. And he was falling before Anthony even touched him. So please explain to me why are the referees getting these decisions wrong?
Honestly, I wish I could give you an answer.
Sorry, person's game because it's a women, but football is supposed to be physical. It's supposed to be tough challenges. It's not football anymore. It's like, I don't know what you would call it, softball. I think that's what we should call it now from now on, softball.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I said, I can't put all the blame. I'm not going to be that person, who blames the referee for us losing, because at the end of the day, Manchester United, the club I absolutely love, is rubbish.
Yeah.
We've got players that don't want to be playing. We've got a manager that doesn't seem to know what he's doing. He seems to be out of his depth. All this. I've got some sympathy with Ten Hag, but at the same time, I'm not annoyed now because it's not one game. It's been happening all season.
Yeah.
All season. I've created a little leaderboard. Just before I bring it up, though, I just want to say evening to Matthew Bassett. Welcome in, buddy. And he says, big up to everybody on the show and in the chat. Yeah, I hope you're doing well, Matty. Yeah, I've built a little table, and I'm just going to bring it up on the screen. Hopefully, you'll be able to see it. So that there is shots Manchester United have faced in the last 5 games. So Brentford, 31. Chelsea, 28. City, 27. Liverpool in the FA Cup, 25. And Everton, 23. That's in the last 5 games. That's 134 shots Manchester United have faced in the last 5 games.
Yeah.
That is not good enough.
No, it's not. It isn't, Colin. I mean, I can never remember a Man United side conceding that many shots on goal. It's unheard of. United did dominate games. But whatever it is, it's Ten Hag. I don't think he's out of his depth, Colin. I sort of disagree with that. I put the blame slowly on the players that are not playing for Ten Hag. Last night, they're throwing them under the bus for the bus to run over them. And then to cap it all, they ran the bus back over him again. Just to make sure.
Look, I understand what you're saying. And this is where, because I'm thinking about yesterday, so I'm going to get more irritated and more irritated. Yes, I understand what you're saying there. But Ten Hag picks these players. Ten Hag coaches these players. That last goal, the goal that won it, why have we not got a man marking the edge of the box? Because Ten Hag doesn't play that system in defence from defending corners. He doesn't do it. And they did it all game. All game. Every time they got a corner, it was a short one out to the box. Every single time. And that's on Ten Hag. He brings off Rasmus Højlund, who, by the way, looked absolutely pissed off that he got brought off yesterday. I feel sorry for him. He ran and ran and ran, and he got brought off and brought on Rashford, who did nothing but walk and jog. Rashford, I hope that one of your team is watching this. I hope you're watching this. If you're not, I'm sure we can find a way to get it to you. Put some fucking effort in or fuck off. Because you're getting paid £350,000 a week or whatever it is you're getting paid. And you are performing like a Sunday League player. You do not deserve to wear the fucking shirt. Piss off or put some effort in and show you actually give a fuck about this club. Because I've had enough. I'm fed up. And the same goes to other players. Bruno Fernandes has been at par average. He has been shocking as well. He needs to pick his ideas up and sort himself out. One of our best players yesterday is Johnny Evans. When he came on, he's gone off injured. Varane's gone off injured. Yes, I understand. There's circumstances out there. We've had a lot of injuries this season, but it is not an excuse. And this one here, this comment by Dan Davenport here. Man United made a mistake not renewing David De Gea contract. 100%. And Matty Baffett here saying, don't be disrespectful. No, he's right. He's right. I could go down to my local park and watch Sunday League players put in more of an effort, and they're not even getting paid. You know, they've been out on piss night before, and they'll run about and put more effort in than what most of these Manchester United players have done all season, especially yesterday.
Yeah, then answer me this then, Colin. If Ten Hag's the problem, if the players are the problem, where did this start? Where did the rot start? Man United, in my view, is rotten to the core. It's like a cancer has gone through Manchester United and you're on your deathbed. Where did this start? But how do you fix Man United? The only way I think you can do it, maybe I'm wrong, is by sacking everyone and start down the bottom again and build new foundations and build a new house. Because the house that Sir Alex built, that's gone.
You're right. The house that Sir Alex built is gone. It's been gone for years. You know, we are not the Manchester United of the 90s, the 2000s. You know, we're not that Manchester United anymore. And people need to understand we're not that Man United. Yes, we can be upset and angry because of what's happening. But you're right. There needs to be massive change. And when I say massive change, I don't mean, you know, let's just sack Ten Hag and bring in a few players. I mean, let's make some change. Let's get rid of the likes of Rashfords, Brunos, Casemiros, you know, McTominay's, Maguire's. These players. Let's get rid of these players. Let's show that we are not a fucking paycheck for players. We are a football club. And that is the only way things are going to change. But unfortunately, it's never happened. You know, have a look at the past. We've had some fantastic managers in the past. Jose Mourinho's won trophies wherever he's gone throughout his career. Came to Manchester United, did fuck all.
He won you trophies.
Well,
to be fair.
Come on. But when he turns around and says finishing second with Manchester United was his greatest accomplishment ever, that screams volumes.
Yeah, it does actually. That does actually. He came to Tottenham and won fuck all, so I haven't got. But that's my point, Colin. Look at Tottenham since they sacked Poch. You're now going through what we went through since then. We've got Ange now, and look, we're playing better football. The fans are loving it. Ange will get us there to the promised land. But if you go through Man United since the day Fergie left, you have going through what we went through since Poch left. And it's the same thing that happened when Sir Matt Busby left. You went through a torrid time till Sir Alex came. And I think Colin Cross's comment here is right. I think the shadow of Sir Alex hangs over Old Trafford. No leaders there anymore. So if you're looking at it from a Euro fan, Colin, where do you slowly lay the blame at the door? Who do you blame completely for the mess that is now Manchester United?
Honestly, I don't think you can blame one person. I really don't. It's been season and years after and years of complete fuck-ups. That's what it's been. You know, overspending on over prima donna players that weren't good enough in the first place, tying them into long, stupid contracts, every freaking contract renewal, so we can't get rid of them. And then, obviously, spending more money every time we sack a manager to bring players he wants, but not shifting out the old ones. You know, it's blanket blame. The players are just as bad. The managers are just as bad. The owners are just as bad. The sporting directors are just as bad. Head of recruitment's it's everybody. Especially like a medical team. What the fuck's our medical team actually doing this year? Are they just like getting some lotion out of a cupboard and just rubbing it on their ankle and going, there you go, you'll feel better now? Because there doesn't seem to be any medical procedures going on at all at United.
Yeah. It seemed, Colin, it's hard to believe Man United are the biggest team in the world. You can't, even as a Spurs fan, Man United has got the biggest name in the world. You ask anyone in Europe to name top 3 Premier League clubs, the first one, or even in that top 3, will be Manchester United. So Matt Busby's spinning in his grave. So Alex Ferguson is pulling his hair out. And you've got players that don't care, managers don't care, a board that doesn't care. You've got a stadium that's falling to pieces around you. And now soon Jim Ratcliffe's come in. Is all your hopes pinned on Jim Ratcliffe getting this right? Or is it too late for that?
I mean, Jim Radcliffe has to get it right, but this season's done. This season, we've got the FA Cup to play for. But looking at it, I'm not even sure we'll beat Coventry with the way we're playing. We are playing like relegation candidates.
Yeah.
You know, I was talking about the shots earlier, obviously, how many we've faced in the last couple of games and everything. You know, Manchester United over the whole season has faced 525 shots.
Jesus.
There are only 2 clubs that have faced more. That's Sheffield United on 554 and Luton on 531.
That's shocking. That's a shocking stat.
We are playing like relegation contenders.
Yeah.
It's a joke.
Why is it though? What went wrong from the day Fergie gave up to now? There has to be a point along that timeline that it went balls up. It was that. Where did it go wrong, Colin? Where has it gone wrong?
Well,
because
there's a couple of things in this. Matty Bassett does bring them up. Like he says here, player power took contract and then is still rife in the club. 100%. We are player power FC.
Yeah.
You know, we've seen it so many times. So many times. Players don't want to play the down tools, sack a manager.
Yeah.
So many times. And then they stay and get a fresh start. No, it shouldn't be this.
We had that. You know that we had that. We had that under Mourinho, Conte, Nuno, Eric Dyer, for fuck's sake, Ben Davies, Don Bele, the most expensive player in our history, and we're paying him 200 grand a week for him not to play. He's not even playing well in Turkey, and Man United had to go and buy or bring in Johnny Evans, who, let us not forget, played under Sir Alex Ferguson. And you've got players like Roy Keane, Steve Bruce, Brian Robson, are all critical of that club. And them players are legends of that club. Brian Robson, the legend, I think he's the biggest legend, that Captain Fantastic, who wore the number 7 shirt with pride. And you've got to look at Rashford just jogging around like he's on the Sunday afternoon. Bruno Fernandes. Them players need to be shown what the fans really think of them. They really do.
Trust me, they do. They do. Just before we carry on, I just want to say big up to Geordie. He says here, where's it? Away the lads, and big up. Hey up, Geordie, mate. I hope you are doing well. I bet you're eyeing up that 6th place spot, aren't you now? Because I mean, we'll be lucky to even stay there, to be honest with you. But like you're saying, Dermo, you know, these players need to be shown somehow, some way. They need to be shown what we actually think. I mean, I'm not going to mention his name at all because I'm not going to give him the airtime. But there is another YouTube channel, and you know, he is so Ten Hag in, it's unbelievable. He blames it solely on the players, you know, and he's apparently saying if we get rid of Ten Hag, our only option is Southgate. Mate, no, it's not. There are other managers out there. You are putting fear into people to go along with your support of Eric Ten Hag. Let us have our own opinion. If you're Ten Hag in, you're Ten Hag in. Fantastic. But if I'm Ten Hag out, let me be Ten Hag out. Yeah, there's no need for it. And, you know, he's been criticised for things in the past. I'll probably get criticised for things. I don't care. This is my club. Freedom of speech. Football is for us. It's not for the prima donnas on the pitch that get paid hundreds of thousands of pounds a week. It's for the fans. It's our game. And they need to perform up to our standards. If you can't, then don't play. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. Football clubs are our second family. Man United's your second love. Tottenham's third love after family and children. And Tottenham's my third love after my partner and my kids. But they should play to the standards that we held for them. How many more years are Man United fans going to go to Old Trafford, pay the money to watch them play shite? But the problem is, you keep going. The protests got nowhere. The protests have gone away because Jim Ratcliffe's now come in. You got Ten Hag in, Ten Hag out. I personally, I think Ten Hag now has to go. I think his job's untenable now. He shouldn't be there. I think he should be sacked now and get it out of the way. You got players coming onto the pitch that don't give a shit about the shirt. That shirt means something. That shirt belongs to you, Colin. That shirt belongs to all the other Man United fans that support Manchester United. They're only renting that shirt from you. And that is the problem. Players don't get that. They're renting the shirt from us fans. If there was no fans, there'd be no football club.
No.
All right, the pandemic. Okay, there was no fans. And football wasn't football. Do you know what I mean? Man United, I've never thought I'd see today Man United in the mess that they're in. A club that's on its knees. Old Trafford, that's the biggest thing. Old Trafford falling around the fans' feet. And you see and you look at where they are, where they have been. My God, how the mighty have fallen.
100%. I mean, Colin Cross here has said Ten Hag split the dressing room with Sancho. He did. And when he did that, I backed Ten Hag. You can't come out and publicly say that and then leave it up and not apologise. That is belittling your manager. I fully supported Ten Hag. And Dermo, for a long, long time, up until recently, probably the last week or so, I've been Ten Hag in. I've backed him. I've given him everything.
You have.
And I can't do it. I cannot do it anymore,
Do you think he dealt with the Ronaldo thing right? Do you know the Ronaldo situation? He got a lot of praise how he dealt with that.
It's difficult, because Ronaldo, I see where Ronaldo's coming from when he did it, but, Ronaldo shouldn't have done what he did.
No.
At the end of the day. So I think both of them take equal blame for that. I can't say either or. Matthew Bassett's here saying, how can anyone back this Poundland? Pep is beyond me. Matthew, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. He's clearly shown, and like I said, it's not even the last few games. It's been all season. It was last season. Let's not just... Yes, we got to 2 cup finals. We won a cup last season. But the performances weren't there. We saw, 45 minutes, if that, of Ten Hag football? And then he reverted back. Because he couldn't get the players to do it. You are a coach. Coach them. That is your job. You want them to play your style. You make them play your style. I don't understand what's going on with it. Just want to say big up to Geeks. He says, hey, Colm, hey, Dermo. And he says, I think it will take a few windows with a master plan and some determined to stand up to the Glaziers and grab hold of the club and lead it. There isn't nobody. Our chance was Sheikh Jassim. And he's gone. That was our chance.
So Alex Ferguson did that with Martin Edwards. He took the club by the scruff of the neck, and to be fair to Martin Edwards, he backed them. And I think today Martin Edwards, Sir Alex Ferguson, and who's the other person in that trio that left as well?
You're asking me
know
now, Jesus. Yeah, I know who you're on about. I just can't think of it on my head.
When them left, I think that is when things start to fall apart. Martin Edwards selling out completely. And I'm sure Martin Edwards was well paid for his shares. I'm sure he was handsomely paid for his shares. But how can you sell a club that's been in your family for a good 60, 70, 80 years? How can you do that? And give it to a bunch of Americans that have no clue over football, have no clue what Manchester United means to the city of Manchester. And also, let your noisy neighbours get so big that now they're the dominating force in Manchester. Man City were never the biggest team in Manchester ever. And Man United have got to a point where their closest rivals are now winning Champions Leagues, Premier Leagues on a regular basis, and United just win the odd FA Cup. For a United fan, and it's good enough. It is for... If I was a United fan, I'd be like you, Colin. It is not good enough.
Dermo, I'll be honest with you here. You've just said City are our closest rivals. No, not. We're not even in the same bracket as them.
No, what I mean that they
Distance-wise,
yeah, that's what I meant.
I get it. City-wise, yeah, okay. But in terms of football-wise, we're not even close.
No, you're not.
We're more, Wolves, Everton, mid-table, Burnley. I mean, how the fuck have we actually lost to a team that couldn't beat Burnley with 10 men?
I know.
How have we done that? I really don't know. Geeks is saying here, Ragnick spoke the truth and they shirked away. They did. He said it's open heart surgery. We need open heart surgery. And what did they do? Oh no, let's get rid of him. That's going to cost money. Let's get rid of him. It's ridiculous. And he says Colin Cross here is saying all the fear of playing United has gone. 100%. The famous line that I know Dermo doesn't like is it's only Tottenham. It's not that anymore. It's oh shit, it's Tottenham. It's now it's only United. It's only Man U. It's fine. It's only Man U. It should never be that.
We this season we've beaten you and we drew with you. Years gone by, going up to I had an old saying, going up to Old Trafford, we haven't won there since Jesus was a baby. It's like going up to Anfield. But there's no fear going to Old Trafford anymore. Away teams used to go to Old Trafford and theatre of dreams for Man United, but it's a theatre of nightmares for the opposition teams going there. And I think as you as a Man United fan, from me being Spurs, and we've talked about Tottenham and Man United for many of hours, Colin, and both clubs and where they were and where they have been. And I always said that you're going through what we went through. But ours was not open heart surgery because we've now got it right. Manchester United is open heart surgery. It's stripping away everything that is Manchester United to the bare bones and starting from scratch again. And are fans prepared for another project at United? I don't think so, because they're starved of success.
Yeah, I mean, the word project or trust the process, I'm fed up of hearing that bloody word. I really am. I've been trusting the process for the last 15 years. It's ridiculous. I just want to say big up to Minerals. He says, lads, Man City were a little city from Main Road. Palmer is special and problem is some of your fan base. Palmer, I'm not taking anything from Palmer. Fantastic player. He really is. He caused problems all day. But, I don't know. And Geeks is saying the problem now, Dermo, is City will start attracting the talent and robbing United in years to come of their biggest strength, youth. That was always our biggest strength.
Yeah.
Always, we've got Garnacho, we've got Kobe Mainu.
Where's the class? Where's your class of '92? Where's
managing
the class?
Owning Salford?
But the point is, your youth system. Where's the now of the class of '92 now?
We don't have one. Our youth system's crap.
Yeah.
Our training facilities are crap. Our club is finished. We're done. We are a mid-table club.
Right. I don't get it. And it's back to the same question, Colin. Where did it start going wrong? Where did the rot set in? And this is, if you could probably pinpoint that, then you probably have your answer of why it is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. I mean, I'll just bring this up here quickly. Minerals is saying, Dermot, mate, don't forget at the beginning they said United are back and believed in PR. Now, you can back me here, Dermo. I didn't believe a word of it.
No, you didn't actually.
I've come on shows with you, and I've said we'll be lucky to finish in top 7.
Yeah. You said at the start when we did a pre-Premier League preview show that you said you'd be lucky to finish in the top 10. They were your words.
Because I'm not deluded like some fans are. There's bigger channels out there. If you want delusion, go over there. I'm not here to feed you delusion. It's not happening at all.
Well, can I just say that's a very good point. Minerals has actually he put in another point there. If you go back and he says the problem is something. I think he's right in that when he says
Yeah.
the problem is some of the fan base. He's spot on with that, Colin.
Yeah, it is.
Because you've got fans there that won't accept, that will accept mediocre football.
You know what, Dermo? It's not even that. Honestly, it's not even that. Some fans in Manchester United, because I don't live in Manchester, I'm not a real Manchester United fan. Because I don't live in Manchester. No, but that's how some of them think. If you don't live in Manchester, you're not a Manchester United fan. You're fake. You're not real. How about you go fucking shove these up your ass? I'm a Man United fan as much as what you are. Just because you live in Manchester doesn't mean anything.
No.
At all. If I cut myself, I bleed red. I bleed red of Manchester United. You know, I don't bleed blue or anything like that. It's horrible, honestly. The fan base is so toxic.
Yeah.
It's horrid.
And he's right on that. Fair play to him. That is a very good point,
he is.
Actually.
Minerals is spot on, 100%. Colin's saying no fans, Dermo. We'll wait. I can't even speak. No fans, Dermo, will wait. They want it now, and even our fans won't wait 3 years for success. It's 100%. We are greedy. Fans are greedy, 100%. Geeks is saying, in my eyes, historically, United, Liverpool, and Arsenal are still the biggest clubs in the country. United will come again.
I don't think Arsenal are the biggest club in the country. Sorry, no, I don't agree.
I know you're not going to agree with that.
Sorry, Nick.
I know you're not going to agree with that. Geeks is also saying the Rot, when the dressing room was deemed more important than the manager of the time, David Moyes, they started the conveyor of help. They did. Now, I backed David Moyes for as long as I could. You know, maybe we got rid of David Moyes too early. I don't know. Maybe we got rid of Ole too early. He finished better than what Ten Hag's done.
Yeah.
I don't know. Not that I'm saying let's bring him back, but maybe. And has anyone heard of a Cockney Red? Yeah. And Minerals is brought up saying, fair play then, what you made Eric Ten Hag out, and when did you see the cracks? I mean, I have actually, I've not been Eric Ten Hag out long at all.
I think it's been the last week or so, Colin?
Yeah, I think it has been a week.
Since the FA Cup game against Liverpool, or before then, or was it just after? There was a game after that.
It was after.
Yeah.
I wasn't too happy with the performance, of some players, but I weren't blaming Ten Hag. But yeah, it was after that game. And I started seeing the cracks when I actually freaking opened my eyes and watched what was happening on the pitch. I took my rose-tinted glasses off. I saw, that we're relying on 18-year-olds to drag us through games. Like we're paying players stupid money. That Eric Ten Hag has no in-game management whatsoever. Because he doesn't. Who brings on Rashford when he's done nothing pretty much all season and takes off arguably one of the better players in the squad at that time? Who rushes back Martinez from injury and plays him when he's not fit, and now he's out injured again for a month? He's not wired up in the right sense if that's what he's doing. I don't understand. Yes, you might be able to get away with this in the Netherlands at Ajax, but this is the Premier League. You get punished. If you don't set up your tactics right, you get punished. We've seen it many, many times. And one of his comments as well, one of his comments yesterday, I can't remember exactly what 100% he said. I will find it. If you want to talk to anybody, just whilst I find it, Dermo.
Yeah. Look, for me, I agree. Look, I'm not a Man United fan, but I love good football. And as much as I hated Sir Alex Ferguson and Man United during the years, they always played exciting football. It was never say die. And what we've got now under Ange is never say die. And it's that belief when the fans and the team and the manager are one, I think any club is unbeatable. Nobody can beat that team because everyone's pulling in the same direction. And at United, you've got the owners of the Glazers that don't know what they're doing. You've got Eric Ten Hag, who I think is so out of his depth. It's unreal. And it's painful to see. He's a dead man walking. And sooner or later, they have to make a decision. Either rip the plaster off now, sack him, bring somebody in that's going to give the team a little bit of a bounce before the end of the season, or let it rot away as it is. Because if you lose to Coventry and you don't even finish high enough in the league, you're not even getting into Europe.
No.
And Man United, like Tottenham, should be in Europe. They're big European clubs.
Yep.
And I do not understand why the board are so Ten Hag keeping what he's doing. It is ridiculous. If that was Daniel Levy, he would have sacked Ten Hag by now.
Oh, probably. But I found the comment. I just want to... This is Eric Ten Hag's comment after the match yesterday. I enjoyed how my team were playing. It was fantastic. We dominated the ball and we dominated the opponent. And Ten Hag's words. Let's go into the match stats. Shots. Chelsea, 28. United, 19. Shots on target. Chelsea, 10. Manchester United, 5. Possession. Chelsea, 57%. Passes. Chelsea, 549 to Manchester United's 426. Pass accuracy. 85% to Chelsea, 80% to United. Where have we dominated? Where?
Did you dominate with the bus coming into the stadium? Do you think that's where
we're dominated on fouls? Sorry.
Oh, well, there you go. That's what he was talking about.
The guy's got no idea what he's on about, what he's doing.
No.
How can he watch that and then go, yeah, we dominated that?
Yeah, I know managers are supposed to make the play, not shout at the throwing players under the bus, but Jesus, Mary and Joseph. I'm sorry.
Honestly, I don't know.
I'm not laughing at you, Colin. I'm not laughing because you're an iPhone, but just laughing at the comment. What game was Ten Hag watching last night? He must have been watching something else. He must have been watching the Liverpool Sheffield United game.
Yeah, 100%. He was watching Liverpool Sheffield United, 100%, because they bloody dominated.
Yeah.
Minerals is saying here, Eric Ten Hag is a liar and tactically poor. And does Eric Ten Hag give you Conte vibes? You know what? I didn't actually make that link at all.
We have. Me and Philip have.
I didn't make that link.
Yeah.
But yeah, he does. He doesn't seem to know what he's doing. And Conte was, when he was at Spurs, seemed to be like a headless chicken on sideline.
Yeah. But one thing about Conte, if he walked into that team, he would tell them players on no certain terms what he expects of them. And that's what they need. They need an army type manager to whip them into some sort of shape. They need the Ferguson hairdryer.
They need something.
Yeah.
Giggs is saying here it could depend on contract and expenses and FFP. That's why Chelsea still have Poch. Maybe in the summer it's cheaper to release him. United hierarchy do not want to distract the dressing room. Eric Ten Hag has 1 year left on his contract. That's all he has. He's got 1 year with an option for another year. So the price of getting rid of him now and getting rid of him in the summer does not change. Yeah. It's still 15 million. United need a general. We need a miracle. That's what we need. I think the Zerbi would frighten them. You know what? I don't know. I don't know.
I really don't rate De Zerbi, to be fair, Colin. Just very quickly on that. I think he's so hyped up, it's unreal. He's been linked with the Bayern Munich job.
Yeah.
He's not all that, you know. I don't think he's this great manager that everyone thinks. I don't think he is.
Yeah. And Geeks here is saying, you know, what was crazy is United versus Chelsea, 11th versus 6th after 30 games in. Yeah, I mean, it's a mess. I'm going to move on quickly. I'm going to quickly do this because, you know, I don't know if can you see that on your screen?
I can, yeah, I can, yeah.
So I'm going to give my player ratings. If you did watch the game in the chat, give your player ratings. Dermo, I know you've seen things, so you can give ratings from what you've seen. Andre Onana, his fault for the first goal, 100%. He went back to Siv Hands Onana for that one, but he weren't too bad overall. But he's not getting anything higher than an average 5. for me. Wan-Bissaka did okay. You know, I think the back line all get a 5 from me. I feel sorry for Dalot because he worked his arse off, bless him. Mainu, I think, weren't his best game, but, you know, what can you do when you're getting left on your own from time to time? Because Casemiro's legs have gone. He's not capable anymore. So I'll give Mainu a 6. Fernandez can have a 5. Casemiro can have a 5. Anthony and Garnacho, I think, were two of the better players. The cross from Anthony to Garnacho for Garnacho's second was amazing. I'll give them both 7s. Højlund, graveyard shift. Again, no service. No service. So I can't give him anything other than a 6. You know, and I could go into the subs, but what's the point? Because at the end of the day, you know, we brought on Mason Mount, who ran his arse off, bless him, when he came on, got into a little bit of a heated thing. Marcus Rashford, who might as well have stayed in Manchester because he would have been about as useful there serving up dinner to school kids in restaurants or whatever than he did on football pitch. Scott McTominay, still don't understand why we got Scott McTominay. Johnny Evans as well, sorry for Varane. He was fantastic while he were on. And Willie Campbell, who came on for Evans, did quite well as well.
Yeah. I think Rashford would be very good as a scarecrow working on Clarkson's farm. There's a job for Rashford. I'm just watching that in the moment again, and I love Clarkson's farm. It's brilliant. It's so funny. His girlfriend in it, right? She reminds me of my other half. Yeah, she'd shake a few feathers in if she went in there. My play rankings. You just bring them up again there. Yeah. Connor, just bring them up there. I give the whole back 5. I give Bruno Fernandes 4 because I thought he was dreadful. I give Casemiro another 4. Mainu, I give him a 6. The front three, I give them all a 7. Højlund for me worked his arse off with no service, no nothing. And Mason Mount, I'll give him a 7. Rashford, I'll give him a 1. That's what I'll give him. And Johnny Evans, I'll give him a 6. He tried. He really did try.
I mean, you know, there's some really good comments coming in, like fantastic comments. Thank you as well. Please do hit the like and subscribe if you are new. So Colin Cross here is saying, I think we should buy Onana, the one from Everton.
Yeah, definitely.
Onana's a good player. He is, yeah. Mainu, this is one of the best comments I've seen. Mainu is 18 years old. Cannot be looking to him. Poor kid, huge potential, needs a solid pro alongside of him. He will be huge for you in the future. 100%. But this is what I said earlier. Why are we relying on an 18-year-old, a 19-year-old, a 21-year-old?
It's shocking, isn't it? It is absolutely shocking. And do you put that down to bad spending transfer-wise? You've wasted money. How much money have you wasted on bad transfers? What got me? You let Pogba go for free, and then you paid 100 million to bring him back.
And let him go for a free again.
And let him go for a free again. So you might as well have just took 100 million, go out to the middle of a green field in a pouring rain and just chuck it up in the air. And just say, oh, where it lands, it lands. Anthony, 90 million. Another waste of money. You let De Gea go for Onana. Nothing. For me, I would have loved De Gea at Tottenham as a backup to Vicario. I think he would have done very well as a backup to Vicario because he is a good goalkeeper. You got Harry Maguire, 70 million, a waste of money. And you're actually playing a player that is, how old is Johnny Evans? 36, 37?
36, I believe.
And he's in there ahead of Harry Maguire, your former club captain. You got Scott McTominay, which I do like Scott McTominay. I think he tries when he comes on.
He's not good enough.
Yeah. But you've got Rashford, a Manchester lad that should know what it means to play for Manchester United. He should know what it means to put on the red shirt. What it means to be a Red Devil. And he doesn't care. it's about time these players looked at themselves in the mirror, and also who's ever doing the contracts and the transfers look at themselves in the mirror and thinking, have I done well by Man United? And the answer to that is no, I haven't.
No.
You need a Paratici type man in there.
We need somebody in there.
Pardon?
We need. Honestly, we could have Superman, Doctor Strange, Captain America, and Tony Stark in there. I don't think it'd make a difference.
Yeah, that's the event. That's another video we should do on our gaming channel about that Avengers game.
God.
But I get what you mean. I get what you mean, Colin. I do understand. And when people say it doesn't affect us, our clubs, it does affect us. It affects our moods. It affects how we feel. But I just don't get it. I'm so puzzled by what's happened at United. It's unreal. It's the multi-billion-dollar question. What went wrong? And even you can answer that. And you're a United fan.
Tactics went wrong. Yeah. We don't have a tacticianal manager apparently, but I don't know. Big up Tequila. He says big up Coleman Dermo. Hope you're doing well, mate. He's saying Man United are a joke nowadays. Colm, sorry, mate. It happens. It does happen. I understand it happens, but there's a joke and then there's falling off a cliff with weights attached to your ankles whilst you're blowing air, so you're actually going down. Come to Spurs, Mainu, Angel, take care. Keep your hands off Mainu. He's the only good thing we've got. Garnacho, and Hoyland. No. Tequila's right. Everything happens in cycles. The best managers defy them by ruthlessly regenerating the team. This is what United have lacked, 100%. And then Tequila's saying Anthony 90 million is agreeing with Geeks. They have tried to shift Slabhead though. Dermo, he didn't want to go.
That's true.
He didn't. Dermo and Colm, it's takeaway night. Tell me where I should order from. Give me some ideas. I'm starving.
Oh, I would go for a nice Chinese, or order something from Domino's. A nice Texas barbecue pizza with a bit of garlic bread and a little bit of a cookie for a dessert.
And I'm going to say that you should go for either fish and chips or a nice Indian. I love Indian food. It's great. Tony Stark would be a good goalkeeper. Giggs is saying, but Colm, Mainu, Garnacho, Hoyland, Diallo, and possibly Marcia, the right manager, will be blessed. Marcia's been out all injured. I don't even know. I think he's on holiday.
Yeah.
I do. And that's another one. Thank you for bringing him up, Giggs, because I completely forgot. Why isn't Diallo playing? Look what he did when he came on against Liverpool in FA Cup.
Yeah.
Why is this kid not playing?
Yeah.
I don't know.
As I said, it's the multi-billion-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Edwardson, I can't pronounce that first name. I apologise.
I just call him Mr. EE.
Oh, well, Mr. EE, I'm going to copy Dermo here. It says, hi, Dermatron and guest. Hi. I watched Man United and United had it in the bag until they withdrew Garnacho. Why was the brilliant Garnacho subbed off? Because we've got a manager that doesn't see when things are actually going for him. He brought off I can't remember who he brought on for Garnacho, if I'm going to be honest with you. I can't remember. My head's that much of a mess at the minute because I'm trying to remember.
I think he was subbed off because Ten Hag was trying to shore up.
I think he was trying to float game.
Yeah, I think he was trying to shore up the game. And he got his tactics so horribly, horribly wrong. But I don't think the players are listening to Ten Hag now, Colin, to be fair. Ten Hag can shout and rant at them. I don't think they're listening. I think they're down tools. They've given up on this manager. And either they know he's going at the end of the season, or they're trying their damnedest that he does go at the end of the season. You know when players are trying and when players are not trying. They're not playing for Ten Hag. And it's as plain as Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder looking at that last night. They'd be able to hear them players ain't playing for Ten Hag. And they haven't done for a long while. I mean, where was that game we did together and they lost? And they scored at the last minute, and Onana just watched the ball go in. Do you remember that?
Oh, God, there's been that many times, Dermo.
Oh, where was it? Was it Luton? It wasn't Luton. It was...
I could list the number of times that we've lost.
Oh, what? You lost 2-1. You went 1-0 up, and everything was rosy. And then they equalised, and then in the the Fulham game.
Oh, Fulham game, yeah.
That for me was that if you want evidence, that is players not playing for the manager.
But see, the thing I kind of agree. You know, the players aren't playing for the manager, and Garnacho got subbed off for Mason Mount, by the way. So we've took off a winger to bring on somebody that plays in the same position as Bruno Fernandes.
To shore up the midfield for 3 points. That's what he did.
Because this is what I don't understand. Mason Mount isn't a central defensive midfielder.
I know that.
He's an attacking midfielder.
So how
can you shore up a defense in that case?
Yeah. In his head, that's what Ten Hag's head, that's what he's doing. We can all see that it's a stupid decision. You don't take off your best player and reduce him with a player who's just come back from injury and hasn't been any good for you all season anyway.
No, it hasn't. Stuart Davison here saying, lost Ronaldo, was Sanchez, banish. I think that's Onana. So many to what avail?
Yeah,
I don't know. Tequila saying bad signings is what went wrong. 100%. Garnacho practically won that match by himself until he was subbed off. Then everything went tits up. 100%.
Yeah.
Stuart saying you need a full sweep of your back line. Well, we've apparently got a back line. I don't know how, because 90% of them are out injured. You know, it's stupid. Chinese sounds good.
It sounds like one of the walls Donald Trump trying to build in America that hasn't actually completed. So I think
partially built.
Partially built.
Indian sounds good too. Tequila's torn between both. Geeks is saying, I always felt Mourinho got it wrong with Sanchez, and I should have taken Ozil when you had Mata to supply the informed trio of Rashford, Lukaku, and Martial. Mata were amazing. He was.
How is he still at your club, by the way?
Oh, Martial.
Martial.
Because he's on big wages and nobody wants to pay him and give us a transfer fee. That's why.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm just laughing at your club. I'm not laughing
that's fact.
At you.
It's fact. Stuart Davison said, had the cheeseburger Domino's with jalapenos.
Oh, that is lovely. Can I just say that cheeseburger pizza gives me bad indigestion, but it's lovely.
EE says, THFCtid, hi Demo and Colm. Sorry, I didn't know your name. No worries at all, EE. I hope you are having a fantastic morning, evening, or afternoon, whatever time it is for you. Bam Bam, it's ridiculous. Never have I seen that apart from against us. Lol.
Yeah.
Garnacho, clearly the best asset. I mean, him and Mainu, 100%. And obviously, I like Rasmus as well. United squad, for the money spent, it's seriously imbalanced. It is. I am going to do a keep sell, throw in a ditch somewhere, I think, at some point. And 2020-ish there. We're going 55 minutes nearly. Jesus. I'm going to ask you this question, and then obviously we'll get on to the last little bit. Top 5. Are you concerned anymore?
Nope. We're looking at top 4, mate. That's what we're looking at. We're not looking behind us anymore. We're looking ahead of us. No, not concerned. And I'm not. That's not an arrogance or trying to kick you when you're down, because I know you're hurting, Tequila. I know you're hurting. I'm not Tequila. I'm Colin. But no, we're not worried about Man United. Never have been. Never will be.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. I don't mean to kick you when you're down. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, he'll get me back later.
Tequila's right. Right. We're 9 points behind. I mean, our chance to even make you look over your shoulder has gone.
Yeah.
100%. I mean, it will probably gone when we drew 1-1 with Brentford, in all fairness.
Yeah.
but it's definitely gone now. I mean, our next game is Liverpool.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's the thing out there that Liverpool under Jurgen Klopp have never beaten Ten Hag at Old Trafford. Guaranteed that gets blown out of the water this weekend. Guaranteed. And I think this is his last chance. Whether he goes before the FA Cup or not, I don't know. But I'm expecting an absolute pounding from Liverpool. I really, really am. Liverpool, Arsenal, City, Tottenham, Villa, United is my prediction. I don't think United will be in there, geeks. I really don't. I'm looking at the table. West Ham are 3 points behind United. Newcastle, who are in 8th, 4 points behind United. And Brighton in 9th and Chelsea in 10th are 5 points behind United. I don't think we're getting that high at all, to be honest with you. Mainu looks fantastic. I agree with previous comments. Already looking like he should be in our squad for. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, side answer. Hope you are well. EE saying the 1-1 with Brentford was forgivable from a point of view of Manchester United fans, in my opinion, because Brentford probably earned a point at least, but not last night. They should have not happened. No, yeah, I completely get what you're saying there. 100%. United didn't deserve anything from the Brentford game at all. On Sky Sports, Eric has said that he's going to be here next season. What he says and what he does is apparently different.
I saw that.
Yeah, what he says and what he does is two different things. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I think so too, Colm. Have United got a result against Chelsea? I think you would have turned up. I can see a downing of tools, a big win. Yeah, there's a big massive win, and I'm going to be here. I'm not going to hide away from it. I'm going to be here, and there will be a lot of exploitive language used when the 9th, 10th, and 11th, and 12th goals go in.
What time is that game on Sunday?
I believe it's 3:30 kickoff.
Right, I'll pop in and do that game because I'll do that before our own watch along.
I think it's 3:30. I don't know. It might not be 3:30.
I've done. Yeah, it is 3:30 because I'll be doing a pre-record about the Premier League games this weekend.
So it'll be me, you, Bobby. I'm guessing then.
Bobby will be sad after Celtic beat Rangers, by the way.
Yeah, we'll see. I hope they do, but we'll see. I just don't want to be. I just don't want the Goonies. Obviously, the Gunners.
Yeah.
Won't be your choice, Eric, my man. It won't. It won't be his choice. Thank you, geeks. We'll support you, bud. We have been that now. Thank you 100%. And Matthew Bassett here is saying he gets the sack soon or the end of the season. Fingers crossed. Well, we'll have to wait and see. There's not a lot we can do. I think if we get absolutely annihilated by Liverpool, then he's got to go. You know, performances wise, it's terrible.
I think this is last chance to loon.
There you go. 2:30.
This is last chance to loon for Ten Hag on Sunday. That's it.
I think it is.
No more
hiding. No, honestly, I do think it is. I don't want to end on a really bad note. You know, I feel like I've dragged this proper down into dumps.
I tell you what, do you want to go over the Premier League weekends? Because I've done all the fixtures. Do you want to go over get our thoughts?
Yeah. Let's try and end on a bit of a upbeat thing. Let me take this
up now. Right, I need to.
There we go.
Download it. Sorry,
it's all right.
Because I was going to do this as a pre-record, so but I might as well do it now, guys. And what I'll do is I'll edit this and I'll put this last bit up on our channel as a member thing for the members. So I hope you like the PDFs. Did a little bit of work around this today and a little bit of different stylish. So match week 32, 6th of April, Selhurst Park, the first game of the day. Of course, it's on TNT Sports. Crystal Palace against Manchester City. Where are you going for this one, Colin?
Well, nothing but a City win.
I'm going for a draw. Call me delusional, but I'm going for a draw.
I don't see a draw happening, but sure. Sure. See, Sai here is saying 3-0. City. Geeks is saying 3-1. City.
Yeah. And Cider, it says his dad was a United fan for 40 years. Wow.
A lot of it. So I've watched a lot of United, probably my second team. Who's your first team, Si? Who is your first team? Let me know.
He's a massive Spurs fan.
Is he a massive Spurs fan?
Yeah.
Stuart's watching the Lionesses. They're doing pretty well and decent. I hope the Lionesses do really well. I actually do. I've started watching a lot more women's football.
Yeah. Just to let you know, I am covering the Ireland-England game next Tuesday evening from Ireland. So on to the second one. So I'm just muting myself. My missus just cooking in the kitchen, so I'm just going to mute so there's no noise coming through. These are the 3 o'clock kickoffs, Colin. So do you want to go through your scores for them?
Well, actually, this is. I just want to say hello to. I'm going to say, is it Rico65? Big up, Rico. It says, evening all, Everton fan. How are you doing, buddy? I hope you are well. Welcome to the stream. We're just about to talk about Everton, actually. I think Everton will beat Burnley. I'm going to go with a 2-0 victory to Everton in that game. Fulham will beat Newcastle. Please. Bournemouth, Luton, I'm going to go with a draw. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to say West Ham beat Wolves.
For me, I'm actually going for a draw between Everton and Burnley. I think that will end up 1-1. Fulham, for me, will beat Newcastle. I think because of you, Colin, really, I'm doing that result, really, to be fair.
Thanks.
Because you've been through a lot and, you deserve a break. Luton will beat Bournemouth. I think Luton at home are a tough team to crack. We found it difficult there. Arsenal found it difficult there. Most teams going to Kenilworth Road have found it difficult. So I think that would be a Luton win. And I agree with you. West Ham will beat Wolves on Saturday. I'll go for a 2-0 win for West Ham. What's the chat saying on these now?
So the chat is saying, well, we've got a couple of people. You got Tequila first. That's saying, are you sure you want to cover the England-Ireland game, Dermo?
It's because I just want Ireland to beat England.
Leslie is saying, I think we should stick with Eric Ten Hag. United should stick with Eric. I can't back him anymore, unfortunately. Rico, or Rico, whichever one you want me to say. He's going 2-0 Everton. I think Everton are going to win that one. Geeks is saying West Ham for me.
Rico, you're going to it? Let us know if you're going to the game.
Yeah, let us know. 100%. Geeks is also saying Everton, Fulham and Bournemouth. Sai is saying draw for Everton. I'm guessing that is Fulham, Luton and a draw. And Geeks saying they are, but Bournemouth had 0 wins after 9 games. Since then, they have been fairly solid. They have. You're right. They have been fairly solid.
Now, we're going into the half-5 kickoff, of course, at the American Express Stadium. What a name for a stadium, the American Express Stadium. Do you take it? Do Brighton's fans go up there and say, do you take American Express? Yes, we do, at the American Express Stadium. Brighton, look, there's only one result for me here, and that's Brighton to win 2-0.
That's because you can't bring yourself to say the other team's name. Unfortunately, Dermo, I don't see that happening. No. I see an Arsenal win coming on.
Yeah. I think Greek Gigs is not very happy with me.
Richo65 unfortunately hasn't got a ticket. Oh, that's a shame. That's a proper shame. We are doing around the grounds over here on the Full Time Sports Network and THFC. So, if you wanting to keep up to date with the scores, feel free to come by.
That might be one of the games we'll cover in the Premier League for you as well, Rico. We might see, can we sneak a presenter down to Goodison Park? Well, pretend he's at Goodison Park. And, I think I've upset Geeks.
I think you have as well.
Yeah.
Demo.
Yeah.
And Sai saying sorry, 4-0 Arsenal.
Yeah. I can't say I can't say that they're going to win. I'm sorry, I can't do it.
You've got to do it.
All right. The South London club to win 1-0. There you go.
It's a step in the right direction. Leslie Crawford's here. He's just saying he's already won a trophy and is still in the semi-final FA Cup. Managers need longer. What would have happened if you had sacked Fergie after his slow start? But the difference is between sacking Fergie and sacking Eric Ten Hag now is football's changed so much. So much. You know, there's the media pressure and everything. There's more demand now. So I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, everyone's entitled to their opinion and everything. Mine is just the fact that I can't back him anymore. I've seen too much go wrong over 2 years, regardless of a trophy that he's won, which I think we were still lucky and overachieved to get anyway. So I've had patience for 2 years. So I just can't. Yes, I am watching WrestleMania. Stuart Davison's saying he thinks it's going to be 3-2 Brighton.
See, somebody else has got common sense like me.
I'm not sure.
Big up, Stuart. You know, welcome to common sense land.
Zidane to United to face Pep would be interesting. It would, but he's got no interest of coming to the Premier League whatsoever.
I would love Zidane against Pep.
I would as well, but he's got no interest in coming to the English Premier League. So, and Giggs is praying for your soul. Lies make baby Jesus cry. You know Arsenal will win with a little tonguey face, and fans have no patience is the other one.
You leave the baby Jesus alone, as Jeremy Clarkson will call them, the baby Jesus. It actually wasn't the baby Jesus; it was actually the baby Stig they found in Bethlehem.
It was.
I still reckon that's one of Top Gear's best things.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, the Bethlehem one. I still think the Argentinian one was good as well, to be fair. Now, on Saturday at 5:30, of course, it's Sheffield United against Poch's Chelsea winning team. I think there's only one winner here, and it's Chelsea, and I think they'll win 3 or 4-0. I can't see Sheffield United doing anything against Chelsea, sadly.
No, neither can I. I would absolutely love to be able to sit here and say Sheffield United are going to stuff them. I do. I'd love to be able to say it, but let's face it, no. Chelsea are going to win.
But it is Chelsea. They cannot turn. They haven't turned up.
Well,
forward, to be fair.
It's true. That is very true. But Sheffield United are a team in some big problems.
And then, of course, the 2 big games on Sky, of course, being shown on Sky, 3:30. Of course, it's Manchester United against Liverpool, which I think it's 2:30.
2:30,
and then, well, on the Premier League website, it's 3:30. That's where I got the time from.
Yeah. Apparently, it's 2:30.
Okay, and you change that. And then, of course, at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, the best team in the land, we play Nottingham Forest. A repeat of the 1991 FA Cup final, which we won. And last time we won an FA Cup, which is shocking. I'm going for Liverpool to beat United. Sorry, Colin. And I'm going for a 2-0 Liverpool win, and I'm going for a 4-0 Spurs to beat Forest.
I'm going to go for a complete humiliation, not just a win, a complete humiliation. I think Liverpool are going to put 7 or 8 past United at the weekend. And yeah, Forest now. Tottenham will beat Forest. 100%. Tottenham will beat Forest.
Of course we will. We're the best team in the land. We're better than you got up in Manchester.
But you're better than one of the Manchester teams at least.
Yeah, that's true. And then I think after this is, of course, this is the Premier League table at the moment, as it stands, the up-to-date one. Look, where are you going for the title, Colin? I mean, I think Liverpool will win the league, personally, myself. I know Giggs is going to go against me, so Arsenal going to win, because they have got the better goal difference. But where are you going for the top 4? And Do you think United can keep their 6th place they've got there?
So I think I've been saying it all season. I think Arsenal are going to win it. I think something's going to happen to Liverpool. I don't know what, but I think something will happen to Liverpool and Arsenal will just nick it. Liverpool finish 2nd, City 3rd, Spurs 4th, Villa will be 5th, West Ham 6th, Newcastle 7th, Brighton 8th, Chelsea 9th, Wolves 10th, and United 11th.
Jesus. And why I've put the Champions League and the Europa League is still a bit of a question mark over 5th place at the moment.
Yeah.
So that's why, if anybody's wondering why I put both of them there, there is a question mark. And also, this is the bottom of the league. Who's your 3 to go down then, Colin?
I mean, Sheffield United. I think they've struggled. Burnley. And I'm going to say Forest. I think Forest will go down.
When does it become mathematically for Sheffield United that they get relegated? Is it this weekend or?
15. How many games left? 6. 6
got
games
8
left.
games left.
8 games left. I'm not math here. No, I think they've got a little time left because obviously Forest are on 25. 10 points difference. So
I think 3 games left or 4 games left, I think, isn't it?
It's about 4 games, I think.
Yeah.
Depending on other results.
Yeah. My bottom 3 to go down, I agree with you, it'll be Sheffield United, Burnley, and Forest for me. I think Sheffield United, Burnley, and Everton. I think Forest and Luton will stay up.
Yeah.
Because don't forget, there's another points deduction coming down the road for Everton for FFP.
Well, yeah. What happens with that, I don't know. Yeah. We'll see.
It is. But look, that's our thoughts of the Premier League weekend. Just let me get that there. So Colin there is, as the host, he deserves the bigger spot. Sorry, I didn't mean to take over your show, Colin.
No. It's fine. It's lifted us up. We've had a little bit at the end. We're just going to go through these last little bits here because there is, some questions here. Well, a question here from Stuart. What do you guys make of Werner? I'll let you take this one, Dermo, because he is at your team.
I love him. I like Werner. I think we should buy him, personally. And a lot of people are saying, no, we shouldn't buy him. He's useless. I like Werner. Werner's on the dance floor. That's what he is. A bit of Saturday Night Fever down that wing. And him and Brennan Johnson and a striker up front next season. Wow, what a front three we can have. What a front three what we can have. But I would buy Werner all day long.
Yeah, I like Werner. I've always liked Werner. Even when he were at Chelsea, I thought, he just went, he just didn't fit the system at Chelsea, and that's all it was. Leslie said if it wasn't for penalties, Palmer would have half his goals. He would, but he'd still have the winner yesterday. Side's gone draw Liverpool versus United and Spurs 4-1. Stuart's going 4-1, 3-1. Geeks is saying no, he's agreeing with you, Dermo. He's a realist.
I've just passed out in amazement. Some Arsenal fans agreed with the Tottenham fan. Wow, big up Greeks.
We have faith that a-holes won't win. Obviously on about thing. City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Spurs, Villa. That's exactly what. I pretty much said that apart from City winning the league.
Philip will not budge. He thinks City was going to win the league. I said no way.
No, I don't think they will.
No, I don't think so.
Never call me. You'll be top 6. We won't. We're not good enough to be top 6. We don't deserve to be top 6. Gibbs White audition on Sunday to join us, Dermo.
Yeah, I would. I'd love him. Yeah, I think it is. I think Andrew will have a good close look at him, and I think he will be coming to Tottenham. I'd have to speak to my source. He's been very quiet the last few days, but I'm sure my source is getting his fingernails ready and his pencils sharpened and his he's got his laptop and his phones all ready just to give us all the latest news. So
Stuart's saying I think Burnley could nick that versus Everton, possibly. Yeah. We'll see. Well done, it's a great show. Dermo trying to take over Colm's show. Put your foot down. Dermo, behave. There you go. I'll put my foot down. Matty Bassett saying, your opinions on a tax relaxation possibly coming into the Premier League. I think that's a whole other show in itself, to be honest with you, Matty. I think it is. You know, I'll put up a show out about it. We'll do a pre-record at some point and put it out. You know, we've been going for nearly an hour and 20 minutes.
Which we didn't think we were going this long, to be fair.
No, I didn't think I was going to go this long, to be fair.
No.
Stuart Davidson, I've seen the looks Madison has given him through Woo. You don't know how bad that sounds. No, we don't. But yes, I hope it does not happen, as it would City off. No, City, it wouldn't let City off because it's all been done before it comes in to play. So they would still have to face charges on what they've already been accused of anyway. Palmer has an involvement every 112 minutes and he is great. Johnson has one every 115 minutes and he is crap to some of our fans. Yeah, I don't know.
Do you know what? That's another pre-record on the Johnson thing. That's another show in itself. I love Brendan Johnson. You know how much I am a fan of Brendan Johnson, Colin.
Yeah.
I do believe he's the next Welsh wizard to come out of Wales. On a long
He's
list.
not Welsh. He's English.
But he plays for Wales, though, doesn't he?
But yes, but he's English.
Well, he's Welsh.
But he's English. He was born in England.
Yeah, if my granny was my granddad, he wouldn't be called my granny.
I thought you were going to say if my granny had wheels, she'd be a bike for a second. Then I thought you were going to pull the Gino De Campo on me.
I tried to keep it clean. You just brought this show down to a whole new gutter level.
I'm just saying.
I know.
See, Tequila agrees.
Yeah.
We all did, Colm. One of the best names I think I've seen. Pissing My Life Away. Welcome, Pissing My Life Away. Hope you are well. Hey, lads, thoughts on why United can't catch a break? I'll do it very, very quick. So we've just done a massive show on it. I'll do it very, very quickly. Poor management, no tactical awareness. Players can't play football. Players don't understand the way things need to be played. And overall, the club is in absolute tatters and it's shit. There you go. We all did Colm. Wash your mouth out, Colm. Sorry, Colin. Sorry, I'm being bad here. Thought he was going worse than that, actually. Possibly. Most of French great players are African. Yeah, I suppose. And I'm being told to wash my mouth out again.
Yeah, because he is Welsh. He's not English. He's Welsh. Colin, I'll tell you one thing. There's a stream that I want to do. And me and Colin are going to work behind the backgrounds in this. Philip Brady, Peter M, Colin as well. Can you imagine the three and Wilton McDonald from Florida? Can you imagine the five of them talking Tottenham through the years? What stories could them five men tell us of Tottenham and football through the years?
Well, I could tell you everything you needed to know. And I'll just say, he was born in Nottingham.
Yeah.
But Brendan Johnson was born in Nottingham.
Yeah, but was his mother Welsh or his father Welsh?
His mother was Welsh.
Yeah, so he's Welsh.
And his dad was Jamaican.
Hang on, I may have been born in Tottenham, but my parents were Irish, so I'm Irish. So don't start this now. You're going to get Dermotron angry.
Listen, Demo. If you can go on, if you can say that,
no, hang on.
No. If you can turn around and say that Declan Rice is a traitor because he's playing for England instead of Ireland, I can say the same thing about Brendan Johnson.
Well, he's not a traitor because England didn't bring him through all the youth system. Wales did.
Doesn't matter.
Declan Rice played in Ireland in a full international friendly in three of them.
England under 16s and under 17s.
Yeah, but he didn't play for the full national side in internationals, Mr. Man United Donny over there. Okay. So don't start coming this. Look, you've started me there. Mrs. Tron even knows. Nobody calls me English and gets away with it. So you don't call another fellow in when he's playing for Wales. He has shown more faith. And I'm going to stick up for my mate Colin here. Declan Rice is a traitor, has been a traitor, and always will be a traitor. When he comes back and plays England, I hope he gets hit with rotten tomatoes and Jack Grealish with rotten cabbage.
Geeks is saying I'm Portuguese due to a custard tart I ate the other day and now identify as a radish. Okay. Before
and that's breaking news on Sky, by the way. That's just broke on Sky by Geeks, actually.
It is. Right, but before I lose control even more, I'm going to end it there. Dermo, let everybody know what's happening and where they can find you.
Listen, if you like what I have to say, please come over to the. And most of you are, but if you're not subscribe to THFC Till I Die, please come over and subscribe to THFC Till I Die, the home of Tottenham past, present, and an exciting future under Ange Postecoglou. We do watch-alongs, pre-match, post-match. We do the Cockerel Clock podcast. We also do the Unholy Trinity podcast as well, the most unholiest podcast in the world. The Vatican have even put out a bulletin on their wall saying people that watch our podcast will be struck down of the day of reckoning. But we say, don't worry about that. You'll be fine. We'll get you into heaven. And also a few bits and pieces. But yeah, that's where you can find me. We are 5 away from 1,800. Please get your goldfish. Get your garden gnome. Even get your next door neighbour's dog to subscribe. Let's get up to 1,800 before Sunday's watch along and make Dermatron happy, please. Thank you.
Yeah, and you can find me on the Full-Time Sports Network. Please do come across, give us some support. We're trying to get to 1,000. We're not quite there yet. All the support is much appreciated. I mean, obviously, we can get more content out to you guys. Colin Cross is here saying 70 years is still going strong. I want to say thank you to Keela as well for putting all the links in there if you want to jump on. Also, the gaming channel, me and Dermo do content will be going out there shortly. I will be recording a Saving Manchester United career mode next tomorrow or some point in the morning. Yeah, no, because it's going to be me in charge. I'm taking Van der Ven and everybody. And obviously, do go over and check out Tequila's gaming podcast as well. At the Play Pouch. Fantastic. I've caught a few episodes now. Really, really good. Really good.
It is a great channel.
I asked Nuno to sub Dermo. He just stared at me.
Yeah, well, he is the garden gnome.
And you can find Geeks on the dance floor, along with Timo Werner. You can find them both there.
Doing Saturday Night Fever.
And Colin, thank you very much, mate. Much appreciated. And thank you for pissing my life away as well.
Thank you.
100% thank you. So thank you, everybody. We hope you have a fantastic rest of your night, day, evening, afternoon,
on the dance floor.
Whatever time it is for you. Thank you so much for.
Can I just say, Colin, I've just realised your clock is wrong.
Yeah, my clock's an hour behind.
Yeah. So do you live in a different time zone to the rest of us?
Yes, I do. I live in the future, mate.
Do you?
Yeah.
All right. Can you tell me who's going to win the 320 at Newcastle tomorrow then?
It is the winner of the 320 at Newcastle. Everyone get your pens ready because I'm going to tell you this. The 320 at Newcastle is going to be